Welcome to Dicta, your weekly dose of law school and bar exam info. I'm Carrie Ann.
And I'm Puyan, and we're the co-founders of Vinco.
And today we're going to talk about the bar exam triangle. That's a really good one. That's like the best one I've done.
Diamond.
Okay. Well, it has 3 parts to it, so we're going to keep calling it a triangle. Do you know what any of the parts of the bar exam triangle are? Even one?
So, like, elements that you need to master to do well in the bar exam?
Yes.
You probably need to know some law.
You need to know some law. That's a good place to start with the bar exam triangle. Because what is the bar exam? It's a test on the laws. So in order to be successful on the bar exam, we've narrowed it down to 3 general areas. The first of which is knowledge of the law. So that doesn't mean you need to know all the law, but you need to know the most frequently tested law at a high level. So that's the first element that you have to have in check in order to be successful and pass the bar exam. Element number 2.
Well, it's a timed exam, so I'm going to say timing.
Timing. You want to finish the test or come as close to finishing the test as you possibly can. So I've said this before, I'll say it again. Timing issues can pop up for people during law school or during the bar exam that they've never had before.
Yeah, for me it was the bar exam.
So for me it was law school. So I had kind of already panicked and adjusted to timing issues by then. But you need to make sure you're doing practice questions under time conditions so you know what to expect on exam day. And if timing is an issue for you, may I suggest that you never take any practice questions that are not timed. Element number 3.
Know someone on the board of law examiners?
I thought we weren't making that joke. Element number 3 is your skill level. You have to be able to IRAC. You have to have a strategy for organizing your answers. You have to have a strategy for the MPT. What do you read first? When do you start writing? How are you going to attack MBE questions? So the 3 elements in my bar exam triangle are knowledge, skills, and timing. And if you have all 3 of these things in check, you will be on the right path for passing the bar exam. How did these things play out for you when you were studying?
I think I focused on knowing the law more than anything else and kind of hoped everything else would kind of fall into place.
Yeah, that's the area that most people focus on because that's what gives people the most anxiety is how am I going to learn so much law? So it's an important one. It's a really important one. But if the other things are not in balance and they aren't where they need to be, they can really get in your way. If you can't finish, it doesn't matter how much law you have. If you can't communicate your ideas because you don't know how to IRAC, it doesn't matter how much law you have. So it would be a mistake to focus just on the law to the detriment of the other 2 things.
Yeah, so I think for me, instead of like a triangle, mine was more like a line where one side was just know the law, other side was manage anxiety. And that was all I was focused on.
You're getting ahead of me here. My bonus tip, way to steal my thunder, my big bonus tip, which when I shared this with my dad, he said it means it's no longer a triangle, but now it's a rectangle? Mm-hmm. No? 4 sides? Is managing anxiety and your mindset. That is the 4th area that needs to be in check. Now, I don't include it in the triangle as essential because it's not really a problem for every single person. The other 3 things everyone needs to have in order to pass the bar. This might not be your problem, but I think it is for more people than it isn't. So
yeah, this was a huge problem for me.
Because even if you have everything in the triangle down, if you can't get out of your own way, you can't be successful.
Exactly. Although I will say, having the triangle down definitely helped me have less anxiety and improved my mindset substantially when I saw that I was performing well enough to pass.
I mean, not to add another shape here, but these things are very circular in that they're all related to one another. Of course, if you feel like you're not scoring well on your practice exams, your anxiety will amp up. So hopefully you will be able to take these tips and these elements of the triangle/rectangle and incorporate them in your bar review.
If you have any questions, shoot an email to carrieann@vincoprep.com or check us out on Facebook.